heaven. I'm in heaven.
You know how like you get your photo taken on a cruise with like your loved one? Would you like a special, like just you and cheese? Hey, what's up, family? I'm Rachel.
And I'm Joe.
And we are two
crazy ketos. Welcome back to our channel. And we just got on board Utopia of the Sea.
I am so excited about being on this beautiful new ship, and I've very much been looking forward to my coffee experience of the day. So I get specialty coffee while we're here. This is black coffee, but with espresso shots in it.
It's a double shot of espresso, and then fill the cup up with coffee. It's called a black eye.
So I actually have made the decision to keep off of using cream. This is what we would be normally doing if we were home right now. We would be on beef, butter, bacon, and eggs exclusively with one coffee experience a day and no sweeteners. So I actually did not bring any sweeteners along with us on the cruise. And I'm going to keep my coffee black while we're on the cruise. My indulgence for the cruise is going to be enjoying other protein sources that are not beef, butter, bacon, and eggs exclusively. It's not like we ain't gonna have a steak.
Right. So we're on Utopia of the Seas, and here's the thing. We booked this cruise more than a year ago, before the ship even launched.
Right.
We had no idea we were going to be moving when we booked it. We had no idea we were going to be doing beef, butter, bacon, and egg. So we're not going to not enjoy our cruise because of that. And so we're going to keep it very clean. I may eat a few vegetables. We're going out to some specialty restaurants. We want to try the 150.
Yes.
We definitely want to go to Chops. We want to go to Izumi. And on here they have something called the Royal Railway.
How fun!
Which is like a dining experience. And so the dining experience is like a show and dinner. It's like you're in a moving train car with the show. It is an upcharge. We have the unlimited dining package. And so the upcharge for the unlimited dining package is like $50. If you don't have the unlimited dining packages, it's like $150 per person. But for us, we're not doing any excursions or anything like that. So this was like our excursion, our little experience. We're super excited about it. This is like a vacation of just the two of us, but we're still going to vlog it.
Yeah.
So even though it's our vacation, we're still going to work.
Come along. Let's make it weird.
We're super excited for this because it's a new ship. It is an Oasis class ship, but they've done things very differently. Like the elevators were kind of cool. Like you don't get on the elevator and tell it where you want to go to. You press a screen outside, you tell it where you want to go, and it tells you what elevator to get on. It's supposed to make things faster. And right now,
I like it.
We're going to use that to go check out the Windjammer.
Okay, so what do you think so far?
So here in Utopia of the Seas, Windjammer is just a little bit different than any of the other Royal Caribbean ships that we've been on, and we've been on several in the last year. So we're going to start off with, as soon as you walk in, they have this entire display. It's made out of cupcakes and cake, but it's a beautiful piece of art to look at, where they basically put the Royal Caribbean Utopia of the Seas logo. But as soon as you walk in, you notice something very different on the Windjammer bar. Although Rachel already ate it, you get free lobster.
Lobster!
In the Windjammer on Utopia of the Seas. In addition, this is a salmon tartare. They also have mussels, clams, and then I've got some meat. So bacon for lunch. We've got roast beef, beef, cream spinach, and it's an Indian butter chicken. So there's just a lot of different things that they have that we haven't seen on any of the Royal Caribbean ships. And I know Rachel right now is going to go get a whole bunch of seafood.
I was told I'm getting lots of tail on this cruise.
Did you film what you got? What did you get?
2 more lobster tails. I ate the salmon that was stored in there.
One of those was mine.
Sorry. And then there's so much cocktail shrimp, which I absolutely love.
Well, here is something else. That is a seafood ceviche.
Wow.
And again, this is just day one. And then here's some more shrimp cocktail.
Seafood. Okay, so we just got on to Utopia of the Seas. This is the first time that we've ever cruised with this very, very new ship. Also, this is the first time that we're having like a stateroom that's not overlooking the water. This is overlooking Central Park. So I'm interested to see like what's the differences are. Right now, I'm gonna tell you, this room feels super spacious, Joe.
Let's take a tour of it. So how was lunch?
Oh my gosh. So lobster, ceviche, and salmon.
They had mussels, clams.
I'm like, it feels so good. And for me, seafood is such a nice, light, bright food that I can just, eat it and then I still feel great.
Any regrets of going off beef butter, bacon, egg for all that seafood?
No, because I feel like I set that standard for going off. Because again, I'm going to tack it onto the end of my triple B and E experience. So we've got to make up these days. There's makeup assignments to be done. There's beef to be eaten. But I feel like going off for free lobster was like, yes, ma'am.
You want to start over here?
Yeah, so let's take a look.
Definitely a smaller closet than some of the other ships.
Oh, you're right.
So my backpack is in the way.
Yeah, so this is the closet. But honestly, this ship has shorter distances, right? So it's not like a 7 or 8 day cruise.
So this ship launched in August, and they launched it. It right now is only doing 3 nights. So 3 night or 4 night out of Orlando. And it just goes to, on the 3 night it goes to Coca Cay, on the 4 night it goes to Coca Cay in Nassau.
Right.
But eventually it will do longer cruises.
But for right now, this works fantastic. I really don't have that many clothes. Now you can see, this is what happens when you get a really good deal, but you're going on a cruise and it is January. So I have a jacket on right now and then my bathing suit stuff on underneath it. So I look a little bit crazy, but that's all right because I am.
Now, one thing that I have noticed is Oasis class ships seem to have smaller cabins than the smaller ships.
Okay.
So we go on all the Freedom class ships, they seem to have bigger cabins than Oasis class. But again,
pros and cons.
Pros and cons. Like,
yeah.
They're trying to put more people on this big ship.
So now you have the bathroom, and I'm going to say that
same.
It's about the same as like we normally get. This feels...
I feel like that shower's bigger.
I feel like this is exactly like the 2KK cruise we just went on. Now, the door's a little different. Usually it's like a slide across, but this time capsule...
I feel like that's got more room than our last one.
It does feel like it. I always like the fact that at least they put a bar down here for shaving your legs because we're in bathing suits. So I will be shaving my legs and so will Joe, obviously. Just kidding.
Okay.
I like having the little desky desk and they have some decently deep drawers. If we were...
I saw a mini bar. You tell me they have a mini bar? I don't think so.
If we were
No.
reviewing...
Free waters for being platinum members.
If we were reviewing an RV, I'd say this has ample storage, right?
Oh, a little bit more closet on this side now. Now I feel better.
And then nice big bed.
Where all the magic happens.
Where all the magic happens. Sleeping. And I do like the placement of the television because usually it's like catty-cornered and somebody gets a better view than the other.
Okay, let's take a look at the balcony.
Well, look at the fact that they have some built-in
yeah.
knobs for hooks.
Okay, this is kind of weird because, so here's our balcony.
That is not the ocean. Those are other people.
Yeah, so we will have to remember to keep the shades closed.
Or leave them open and make it weird.
And then we are overlooking, we are in 11189.
So we are overlooking the zoo is right there. And I gotta tell you, it's nice to still have a fresh air feeling to this. I mean, I'm still gonna get some nice fresh air and beautiful life going on around us, so that's really nice.
Nice breeze.
I'm looking forward to seeing it in the evening and seeing like, what's lighting and all that kind of do. And do we rest well? Obviously, when there's just ocean on the outside of our balcony, we sleep very well. How will we sleep when there is noise? Because as you can hear, there's the pool stuff above us and there's activity below. Joe ordered me this beautiful towel and this super cute mug that's branded Utopia of the Seas. Not a mug, but a cup. Super my style, right? I love it. Got it on Black Friday. They have amazing
It
deals.
was like $15 on Black Friday for the set. I felt like it was worth it.
Hello. Same thing for if you want to get water, you want to get like, you know, you can even get drinks that go with this nice bag. I love this bag. After
We have so many of them now.
Well, I use it. They're my Aldi's bags. So they're like refrigerated. They keep everything cold. And we always ask our room attendant to please fill it up with ice daily. That way we have plenty of ice. Sometimes it can be challenging with so many people on the ship drinking their drinks like Rachel drinks them, like filling this entire thing up with ice before I put water in it. So I like making sure that we always have a home base of ice.
So the cool thing about the bag is you get the bag delivered on day one. And again, you want to look for a good sale. A lot of times you can get it for like 50% off, 40% off.
I like that.
And you can fill it with water. It'll come with like 6 cans of soda, bottles of water, beer, Truly. I think you can even get it with nothing in it. But we always get it with some like water or something like that. And it's just, again, you end up paying like $25 for the bag, $30 for the bag, and the drinks that are in it. Like, so I feel like it's a good deal.
Good deal.
You are becoming a professional cruiser and packer. The fact that you have fit all of your clothes into one half.
side. Yes.
One half, not even one suitcase.
I am one half of 2 Crazy Ketos, and now I am only taking up one half of the space. Yes.
How do you feel about that?
I feel very proud. I'd like to thank you for noticing it, because you always notice it when I'm not doing great. So I appreciate that you also celebrate my victories.
I feel like your mom is going to watch this and go, like, I taught you better, Rachel. You're supposed to have like 10 suitcases.
All of the things. No. I sometimes, to be honest, I don't even want to say this out loud. But when you bring too much, it becomes burdensome to you because the rooms are not huge. And so you're moving things around in order to have a place to sit down or a place to put the things that you really do need to have out more regularly. So it helps to not overpack.
What do you think of the ship so far?
It is gorgeous.
We've explored the whole ship.
I really, really like this one. I'm loving things like the fact that there's like designated like ice and water machines. Ice and water machine on its own I feel like is a huge victory because I'm somebody that likes a lot of ice in their drink, and traditionally it's kind of hard to get ice. And I love the elevator situation where you're like, hey, I'm going to 11, and then it chooses the elevator for you to be heading towards. So just a lot of the things that are different so far about this ship, I really like.
So you want to talk about where we are and what we ordered? We are at, is it Cafe 150?
150 Park.
150 Park. So this is a restaurant that is like a blend of American and French cuisine. We've never eaten here before. It feels weird to not be at Chom's, basically.
But this is only on Oasis class ships.
So we're not going to miss it. So I'm going to be starting out with some beef short ribs. They actually take them off the bone. Really looking forward to that. And then I am trying something that I do not eat regularly. I think I've only had it one time in my life, and that is duck. So I've only had duck one other time. So I'm really looking forward to it because I can't even tell you how it tastes. I do not remember it.
And I'm having the braised short ribs. We just told them we don't want the polenta. They're really good, especially when you come to the specialty restaurants on Royal Caribbean. They're very good about like modifying things. I mean, they can do it in main dining, as we talked about in the other video that we have. But, you know, when you're in main dining, they're preparing for the whole dining room. So if you order special, it can take longer. Whereas here, they're cooking to order. So it's much easier in the specialty restaurants to have them exclude things or add things. So that's one of the reasons we love the specialty dining. So I got the braised short ribs with no polenta. I got the pork belly, which is Berkshire pork. And then I'm getting the venison and then also a cheese plate.
Now this is my kind of appetizer. This is the braised short rib. Look how beautiful. I would like pick it up. It's very, very hot, but that is looking so beautiful and tender.
What beautiful shareable thing do you have right there?
Something that I don't plan on sharing. So the short rib is really, really good, but she just brought out my pork belly. Look at that piece of pork belly. Layers of fat and Berkshire pork. We're gonna go ahead and take a little bite of this. The bottom is like a root vegetable
Puree.
Like I think it's turnips. But we're gonna just a little bit of that.
Is it soft in the middle?
Soft in the middle, crunchy on the outside. You should have ordered this.
If you want to get lucky later, you have to share the pork belly, and Joe did. That's amazing.
So this is going to decide whether or not we start raising ducks on the
I was
farm.
gonna say, look at this. Look at the beautiful presentation. Absolutely gorgeous.
So if you like it, does that mean that we start raising ducks? I mean, I like duck
Maybe.
eggs.
We'll see. I haven't had a duck egg, so
Well, let's go ahead and
no.
take a bite of that and see what you think. It looks really crispy.
It does look crispy. Really good. They let us know that it was, cooked in its own fat, which is like where it's at, right? That's delicious.
Okay, so I've got the venison wing. Go ahead and take a look. This I had it cooked medium, so that's what it looks like.
So is this going to determine whether or not you start hunting
I
openly?
miss hunting. We just have to have land to hunt. But if a deer happens to walk on our property during deer season,
That's his mistake?
that's good. I wonder if your mother would let us hunt in her backyard.
Why not?
I mean, they do literally come up to her door. That is delicious.
So Joe's brain just sidled up against the table here.
I'm not saying no.
So the cheese selection, look at this. There is a cheese selecting tray.
You get to choose what you want from the cheese selection.
I mean, I think they put a cover. This is a protective cover from Joe alone.
Heaven. I'm in heaven.
You know how like you get your photo taken on a cruise with like your loved one? Would you like a special, like just you and cheese together? Oh my gracious. Is this nice? So we mentioned to our stateroom attendant, as we always do, that I really enjoy towel animals. And I wasn't expecting to see one until tomorrow. And Anne, who is our stateroom attendant, actually from the Bahamas, so we're going to her home tomorrow, actually left this elephant one. So
On the first night.
On the first night. So I didn't even have to wait until tomorrow when she was doing the room. So thank you so much. Look at how sweet this baby is.
I've never seen one like that.
No, me neither. That's the thing. There's always something so unique that every single attendant brings to their like towel flair. And I love that. And I'm very excited that on this cruise, there's actually a napkin folding session and a towel folding session. So guess where I will be? Joe may or may not be there, but
Got it.
I'm definitely going to have to check it out.
So we're going for a second dinner.
We're hobbits. It's official.
So we are going to the Royal Railway.
Right. And that's really why we're going to second dinner, is because this is the only time that we could get into this excursion.
Yeah, so basically what this is, it's like a dinner show on a railway that's got like moving pictures. Have you ever been to Universal Studios?
Yeah, picture Hogwarts Express.
The Hogwarts Express kind
Yeah.
of thing. And there's a show. And it happens to be like a Western show, like a cowboy show.
You have the perfect
And
hat
so
for
I'm
it.
actually wearing my cowboy hat, so we figure I'm going to wear it. I don't normally wear it at dinner, but I'll take it off. But why not? So we're super excited about this. We've never done it. It's only on Utopia disease.
Yeah.
And like we said earlier, it is an upcharge, but this is our excursion. We're not doing any excursions or anything like that, just this. So we'll let you know how dinner is.
Okay, so I have some good news and some bad news. The good news is we got into the Wild West show for the Royal Railway. The bad news is we're not allowed to bring along videos. So we're going to have to catch you on the other side of dinner, but we'll let you know what we had and what our thoughts were about the show. So you can get a glimpse of the menu. It looks like Joe is not going to be ordering the fart and dirt baked beans because we have a very small cabin. But there is things like lobster salad and trout and short ribs.
It's midnight.
It is midnight, but we have had one heck of a day. I'm just like making a mental note to myself. Rachel, this is not an ocean view balcony. There's peoples out there, so make sure that you got pants on in the morning. Because, you know, sometimes you're like, oh, it's an ocean view balcony and like it's just me in the water. It's like, it's me and everybody else on this cruise if I don't remember to put my pants on.
So the party on the promenade.
Very fun.
So it was one-hit wonders.
Which, honestly, I could just enjoy a playlist of one-hit wonders all the time. Talk about like drive music, party music, like that was it. So it was just so much fun, full of like just all of the songs that you were the best of the best, really. And they only needed to have one-hit wonders. So I think it's interesting that the most downloaded one-hit wonder of all time, I'm going to pause for a second. Can you guess what the most downloaded, most played one-hit wonder of all times is? Gangnam Style.
Good morning.
Good morning from Nassau.
It is very busy here right now.
Very busy. There's a lot of cruise ships in port.
So you have we're in port. The Allure of the Seas is here in port. Freedom of the Seas. Liberty of the Seas is in port.
Yes.
Carnival Glory and
There's a princess
the
ship.
Princess. I don't remember which.
Did
princess.
you say Allure too?
We said Allure.
Yep.
So a lot of cruise ships that are here in port. So our plan, because we've been in Nassau several times, is get off, run into town. Rachel wants to get a couple of bathing suits.
I do.
And then we're going to get back on the ship and enjoy the ship while it's empty. So we came back onto the ship. It is so crowded in Nassau today. And there's really nothing that we saw that was like, ooh, I really like that or want that. So we decided to just come back on the ship. And then we're going to go to the hot tub pool, just kind of relax. I'm going to eat a little bit of like breakfast / lunch because it's already 11 o'clock. And this is pretty beef, butter, bacon, and egg. We've got eggs, pork sausage, bacon, pork, and hollandaise sauce. That is not cheese. That is hollandaise sauce. So butter and egg. So I think that that's a pretty good beef, butter, bacon, and egg breakfast.
Oh, wow. And next level. Look at these beautiful towel animals. Oh my gosh, and I love this heart. That is just so precious.
Now that's an extra one because look,
Yeah.
here's yesterday's from last night.
Oh, and she put new eyeballs on it because his eyes were looking kind of funny. Wow, that is so nice. I really do enjoy towel animals. And boy, she just really did such a great job. Look at that on that pillow. Is that like you think it's a piggy?
I don't know.
I think it's a piggy, but it is just magnificent. Well, we are eating for the first time at Hooked tonight, which is all seafood. So clearly Joe loves me because we're here. He's not a huge seafood fan, as you well know. But I'm really looking forward to this. They have a nice assortment of fresh options that are not battered. I feel like the key to a really good seafood place is that they're not trying to hide their seafood in a battered option, right? Like this is not Long John Silver's. So I'm excited for it. And I believe that I'm going to be eating the captain's platter tonight, which is Maine lobster tail, fresh fish, and shrimp all grilled. So really looking forward to that.
So when it comes to seafood, I'm kind of weird. I love sushi. I'm not a big fan of cooked fish though, but I do like shrimp. And I do like weird things like oysters. So what we ended up getting for me was I got the shrimp cocktail as an appetizer, and then they have both raw and baked oysters. I kind of wanted to get the raw oysters, but I really rarely will have baked oysters. Usually we'll go to like a raw bar and we'll get a bunch of raw oysters. So I got the baked oysters, and they actually have 3 different ways they cook them. And so he's bringing me a sample, like 2 of each kind. And then for dinner, pretty much the menu is all seafood. The only thing that they had that's not seafood is a Caesar salad with chicken. And when I told him that's what I was going to have, he gave me a funny look. And so I was like, well, I'm not a big fish eater unless it's sushi. And he's like, well, we have steak and lobster. I'm like, I don't want the lobster because I'm not a big lobster fan either. Kind of weird, right? And he's like, no problem. I'm going to bring you a double steak instead of lobster. So that's what I'm getting. So you know what? Rachel wanted to come here, so we came here for Rachel, and I can still find something that I can eat. And even if I don't like it, guess what? There's the Windjammer, and then we also have the unlimited dining package. We can go downstairs and go get some good sushi, which is Azumi sushi.
So one thing we never travel without is our red bean real salt. Last night, I forgot it back in the room, and boy, I regretted it instantly. So I'm so glad that I have it. When our amazing waiter actually dropped off the shrimp, they said, here's your baby shrimp. This is anything but baby shrimp,
How
right?
big are those? Hold one of those up.
I mean, very big. So we're gonna tap that with some Redmond. It's where it's at.
Okay, so we have our oysters. So he said these are with champagne and I think blue cheese, if I remember right. These are Rockefeller, and these are with, I think, a white wine and something. Don't really remember, but they do look delicious.
I am not regretting my choice tonight for dinner. Look at this. We've got beautiful lobster, branzino fish, and some more shrimpies, melted butter, Redmond. I'm in heaven.
And I've got 2 steaks, some veggies, and melted butter. So we are having lunch, and we came to Playmakers. We've never been to Playmakers before. It's pretty much bar food, burgers, wings, things like that. And we originally were planning on going to Azumi, but they are completely booked. So we decided, you know what, let's just check out Playmakers because it is included in the unlimited dining plan. The only caveat for the unlimited dining plan here is you just get $20 a day to spend. But like a basket of wings is $14.99, so more than enough. So we ended up leaving Playmakers because we had our heart set on wings, but unfortunately the wings that they have in Playmakers are breaded. So we ended up leaving there because I just wasn't in the mood for a burger. Instead, we came over to Azumi in the park, and with our unlimited dining, you get $20 or $10 to purchase every day sushi in the park. Plus, you can still go into Azumi. So we got some sashimi. So you get, 2 sets of whatever flavor you want. So we got 2 things of the salmon and then also 2 things of the tuna. So Rachel's just eating all of the sushi. And then I came over to Park Cafe, and they have all kinds of sandwiches and salads. So this one is like pork, ham, cheese, and some tomato. And I'm just going to take the bread and throw it out.
How was your sushi?
It was so delicious, and I was having a little bit of like sinus pressure in here, and that wasabi, boom, gone. So we just walked in, and I was like, oh, did we not get a towel animal? And there was one peeking behind the pillow. Look. Oh my gosh, what a cutie patootie.
You love your towel animals.
I love my towel animals.
Well, we are back to our absolute favorite restaurant on Royal Caribbean, and that is the Chopped Grill. Everything here is amazing, from the beef carpaccio and the shrimp to the rack of lamb, the branzino, even, the chicken is absolutely amazing. So we're starting out with the tuna tartare. It does come with some crackers. Easy peasy. I just put it to the side. Always have my red and real salt, of course, but this is absolutely delicious.
And I'm having the beef carpaccio.
And now I'm having one of my favorite things they have on their menu, and that is pork belly. I get a double order of it because it is so good.
So look at my lamb chops today. Absolutely stunning. The presentation here is really part of what makes chops so special. Along with that, we're going to be having some cream spinach and some beautiful asparagus.
No, that's not beef butter, bacon, and egg.
Well, this is, but not the spinach.
And no judgment, I'm having the chicken for 2 reasons. Number 1, it is very good and very juicy. And number 2, it's easier on my teeth because I still don't have my permanent teeth. So we're coming to a show we've never been on before.
Name that tune.
Live. So this is like in the main theater. This is like a big production show. I think it's adults only too.
I brought my coffee.
I keep telling Rachel to go because she knows like all her songs.
you think like I can sing along with stuff, but that's not the same thing as like knowing the title.
Are you good at Name That Tune? Let us know down below in the comment section. You look tired.
I am a little tired. I'm really glad that we did what we did, which was go ahead and just stand in the back of the Aqua show. Honestly, it was the best seat in the house, if you don't mind standing.
But we also went up and sat on like one of the balconies.
So, I almost dropped my water bottle. But yeah, it was excellent. And now I'm gonna go sit out on our balcony over Central Park, which I did not expect to absolutely love. But Central Park balcony, you've got fresh air, there's beautiful concerts going on, but with like nice light music.
So yeah, we went to Name That Tune.
I'm like so windblown, it's like terrible.
And Name That Tune, I have to say, if you come on Utopia this season,
it was so good.
it is really good. I mean, I originally thought it was just going to be like another game show, like a normal Royal Caribbean game show. And it kind of is. The cruise director hosts it, and then you have contestants playing. But
live music.
They have live music.
Dancing.
So they have a DJ, and then they have the band. They have live dancing, live. So it's like a combination of a normal Royal Caribbean game show.
And a TV game show.
And then mixing in live entertainment. Because they have the dancers and the singers, and they're performing the songs. And it was 45 minutes. It was a full production show, but it was a game show. Compare that to the other production show they had, which was okay, but it wasn't like knock your socks off. Like I think Name That Tune was better. The only thing is you're not allowed to film it, copyright stuff, so like that. And then we went over to the Aqua show. This was Aqua 82, so it's the second iteration of the one that was on Oasis of the Seas. And I have to say, I think it was even better. I mean, it was like twice as two, right? So like 2 high wire people. They'd have 2 people diving off the high dive at the same time. 3 people on the bouncing wire at the bottom.
I don't know what else they could do.
It was really good. So the balcony on Central Park. I know some people have said things like online, like, is it noisy? Depends on what you consider noisy. So if you go out on the balcony during the day, you hear all of the music from the pool deck because it's 3 decks up over us. Because remember, there's no deck 13.
But we have napped.
So, but I'm saying if you go on the balcony, you hear whatever is going on. Like when we had the sail away party, if you go out on the balcony, you hear it.
But when the door closes,
you don't hear anything.
You don't hear it.
We're inside right now. There's music going on outside. You don't hear it as soon as you close it. They're like pretty soundproof kind of doors. And then in the evening, there's nothing loud going on up top. It's soft, like classical jazz going on down below in Central Park. And it's nice to sit out there. So
Christmas
it depends
lights.
on what you want for noisiness. If you're looking for noise when you're in the cabin itself, there's no noise.
It reminds me of like that Ace Ventura Pet Detective when he keeps opening the sliding glass door and going,
Yeah, that's how it is. So it's noisy on the balcony, just depending on what time of the day is, depends on what kind of noise it is. But as soon as you close the door, there's nothing.
Just remember to close your curtain. Well, it is the last day for towels. Sorry about the way I look. And also the fact that I look like a bag lady basically because we're in the pool, but it has been very cold and windy.
For us.
For us, yes. But for a lot of people. And so it's sweater weather and bathing suit weather together at the same time. But I'm going to tell ya, relaxation, reconnecting with my husband, like all of this has taken place whether or not the perfect day at Coco K is the day that you enjoy. Any day can be a perfect day. It doesn't matter about the circumstances, right? So I really enjoyed today, and I really enjoyed coming back to this beautiful towel animal, this cute little bat. Thank you so much to Anne from Royal Caribbean, our stateroom attendant. Just been like incredible. So thankful for just like the care and the extra bit of love that she's brought to every single day. So we are here at Giovanni's Italian Kitchen, a restaurant that we have enjoyed on numerous ships. There's actually 2 versions of Giovanni's, and this one is the Giovanni's Kitchen. We love this place. Of course, it's Italian. It's a little bit tricky, but we have found ways to make it perfectly keto. Like I said, we've been to a lot of Giovanni's. However, I've got to say the beautiful view from this particular one, overlooking, from deck 12, I believe we're at, breathtaking. Absolutely, I think the most beautiful view that I've ever experienced in a Giovanni's.
Okay, so we are going to start off with no judgment here because this is not beef, butter, bacon, and egg, but we're on a cruise. So this is the cheese plate, but we just asked them to not have the breadsticks, so different types of meats, and then we have different types of cheese. Some olives. I don't eat that stuff. I'll eat the garlic though. And then we have a caprese plate. So you have like a piece of stuffed burrata, which I may or may not share with Rachel. Look at that. And then some tomatoes, different things like that. So yeah, I'm going to eat this and then Rachel can have all of that green stuff. What do you think?
How about now?
Really? And we also got the stuffed meatball, which I probably should have gotten 2 of these because I definitely don't want to share this, but I will because I love Rachel. But when you look inside, look at that meatball. This thing is so delicious, and we have talked to them. They said there's no bread in it. Okay, so for dinner, I've got the ossobuco for my entree, and then I just told them I don't want the risotto. I've had the ossobuco here before, obviously not on this ship, but delicious. And then we got a pizza. Now, when we came to Giovanni's on, I believe it was Freedom of the Seas, the chef actually made the pizza for us and didn't do the crust. He just made it on a pan. We asked this chef, and he said he couldn't do that. Maybe he doesn't understand or how to do it. And so for us, it's like not a big deal. We always kind of approach the waiter and say, like, if you can, could you please do this? If you can't, not a big deal. Just give us the regular pizza and we'll scrape the topping off. I don't want to make it really confusing for them or upset them. They are working very hard back there. So we've got the meat lovers pizza, and we're just going to scrape the toppings off, just like when we go downstairs to Sorrento's.
And I wanted to get the salmon, but not all of the other sides and things that come with it. So they brought just the salmon, and look at that crunchy skin. I can tell this is going to be delicious. So we just got back from the most incredible ice show. I am telling you what.
I think it's the best one we've seen.
It is so hard. Do I like the ice show or do I like the diving show on these cruises? They're competing for who is the most awesome, and it's a wonderful championship to behold.
I thought the Oasis ice show was good. This one is better because of the technology they're using, where they're turning the ice into a giant screen.
There's so much showmanship, and you could really tell. I think one of the reasons why this one was like edged out the one that we just have seen was the fact of just how much you could tell everybody in this ice skating troupe really enjoy working with each other. Like every person was a total showman, but also just really worked well together. So it was nice to behold. And so now we are at a Mason Jar, which is a Southern comfort food cuisine restaurant. We've never been here before. Really looking forward to enjoying this. They have things that I think work perfectly for keto, like, let's see, deviled eggs and brisket and ribs.
The for an appetizer, I got the pimento cheese, which comes with saltine crackers, and we just push those off to the side. We're just kind of eating this as a cheese dip, but with a fork. And then I'm going to save some to put on my burger. Also, we've got to mention, while they're taking a break, they have a live band in here. So playing like Southern blues, kind of like that kind of music. And so it's nice to be able to eat dinner and have that live music while you're eating. My other appetizer is going to be deviled eggs. And I don't remember everything that's in it. I know there's some jalapenos, and that is chicken skin.
And I got some gumbo. Look, I've got a little friend that's like crawling out of this, some crawfish gumbo, and I just asked them not to give me any rice. It's brisket o'clock, and I'm excited for it. So we have some wonderful slices of brisket, which I saved some of my pimento cheese to enjoy with, and then we've got some collard greens, and then we're gonna try some coleslaw. We've had some good luck with coleslaw on this cruise, where it is literally just the cabbage and the mayonnaise mixed together.
And for me, I've got a deconstructed burger, some bacon, some different things on here, chicken skin, remoulade, And then I've also got some coleslaw, and then I saved my pimento cheese as well. So we are getting ready or waiting to depart. And this is something as a reminder, if you're going on a cruise, do not book early flights. So as a travel agent, I spend a lot of time in like Facebook groups for things like Icon of the Seas, and especially stuff out of Florida. I see all the time people asking, can I make a 9 o'clock flight, a 9:30 flight off of Icon of the Seas in Miami? And I always tell people that is a huge gamble. It's a 30-minute drive on a good day from the port to Miami, but you never know when the cruise ship's going to come in. So we are late.
We're late.
It is currently 8 o'clock.
We're like an hour and a half late.
And they have not yet begun disembarkation, which was supposed to start at 6 a.m. So last night we left CocoCay late because they were doing some fueling, and there were a lot of headwinds, so we got in late today. And so we got here to port somewhere around 7:15, but then there was a delay with customs. So you never know. So I always tell people, like, the absolute earliest that I would book a flight would probably be about 10 o'clock, 10:30. And that's really going to depend on the airport and where you are. Like, if you're going to Fort Lauderdale, I think 10 o'clock is fine.
Because it's close.
Most likely you're going to get off the flight and you could literally walk to the airport if you had to. But like Orlando here, we're 30 to 40 minutes away from the airport. So if somebody has a 10 a.m. flight and it's current 8 o'clock, even if they can run off the ship as soon as they open it, like, you know, hour before your flight is when you're supposed to be there, you're really pushing it. So anyway, that's my little service announcement. We went out, we had breakfast. We're going to head down and wait because we're just carrying our luggage off. We have a 2.5 hour drive back to the house. But this was a great cruise. If you are coming into Orlando, if you want to do just like a 3 or 4 night getaway, Utopia of the Seas was a blast.
This is such a beautiful ship, and the crew was absolutely amazing.
I think the entertainment was some of the best we've had on a Royal
Ever,
Caribbean, which
ever.
is kind of saying a lot because I think all of the Royal Caribbean entertainment is great.
Well, I think that the standard is so high that whenever there is a new ship that like enters the fleet, they have to hit the ground running like this because everybody is expecting the shows to be amazing, and so you have to just like fall right in line with that. So we were so blessed on this cruise. And now we just actually saw somebody with a really good idea for blessing their cabin steward as well. Obviously, tipping is the best thing. Like that is an awesome thing to do.
They don't have to split their cash tips, by the way.
Right. So I brought some thank you notes with me. That's kind of a nice thing too. Like, you know, it's got to be hard sometimes especially when you get into a port and everybody's getting off this ship to go have an amazing day at CocoCay or something like that. And, you know, you're at work cleaning rooms, right? Like that's hard. So just a thank you note to let somebody know how much you appreciate that you're going to be coming back to a cabin that's clean and like that they're really helping to make your cruise an even better experience, I think is just a nice thing that you can do. But I really saw a cool idea that I'm going to use in the future, and that is a guest that found out what was the Starbucks coffee drink that their room attendant liked the best, and then went and purchased one for them.
That was cool.
So as they're cleaning up the room, they're able to like enjoy a nice beverage and, you know, understanding that the person that they're cleaning up after really appreciated the service that they provided.
Yeah. And so again, Utopia of the Seas, so they launched this ship. They're calling it like the ultimate weekend.
Yeah. It felt like
something
that.
like that. And it's been launched again. This ship's not even a year old. It's been launched specifically for 3 and 4 night cruises out of Port Canaveral. The 3 nights just go to CocoCay. The 4 nights go to CocoCay and to Nassau. And again, that's at the time that we're recording this video. And the idea was let brand new cruisers who were usually afraid to go on a 7-night cruise. You were one of those people.
I was
you were
absolutely
terrified for your first cruise, which was 7 nights.
Yeah.
So people, a lot of times new cruisers are afraid to go on a 7-night cruise. They don't know if they're going to like it. So they look for 4-night cruises, but a lot of times the 4-night cruises are older ships. So Royal Caribbean was like, why not give that 3 and 4 night cruiser a brand new ship? And that's what they've done with Utopia this season. I have to tell you,
It's working.
I think that the people who come on this ship, they're going to get spoiled and hooked on cruising real quick because everything here,
Top
again,
shelf.
8 cruises in the last year and a half, and the entertainment, the way everything worked, the games, everything was like top level, you know. And again, brand new ship, Lobster on Disembarkation Day in the Windjammer.
You mean Embarkation Day?
Oh, Embarkation Day. Yeah.
It's going to be hard to top for sure. Now, it's interesting. We are here, like everybody that's on this ship for the most part, it launched with the ship. So like they're the original staff from like day one of this
in
ship.
June.
And we are at the end of the contract for that. So I know that you're going to have some new staff coming in. So I just want to like have some grace for there will be newbies.
Yeah,
coming
a
on
lot
soon.
of the people that we've met are actually on extended contracts where they were supposed to go home in November, December.
Right.
And they're here longer because they're training the people coming on. Because again,
Can't lose the whole crew at once.
everybody coming on here right now is coming to a ship they've never been on
Right.
before. So anyway, we had a great time. We're going to get off of this ship, get back to the farm. Then we have to go move. So if you like seeing videos like this, take a look at the video we have linked right over here. Also, make sure you take a look at the most recent video that I'm going to put right over there.
Well, whether you head this way or you head this way, don't forget to head this way. Subscribe to our channel and click the little bell icon in that way every single time. We have a great weekend. You'll be alerted to it.
Till next time.
Bye.